going to do it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we want to welcome everyone to the Lake Show here at Lakeland Community College, our athletics sports talk show going on, and we got a full house in here today, so we're going to go around and introduce ourselves to everyone. Again, Scott Barlow here, the athletic director at Lakeland. We're going to go start with you, Jeremiah, on our board.
Well, I'm Jeremiah, the advisor of the radio station, the theater club, including down in the Athletic Fitness Center, coordinator down there, and what do I do?
You're involved with a lot of different things, which is a great thing to hear there. We appreciate it. So we're going to move on to my immediate right. We have Lauren Willis. Lauren, want to introduce yourself?
I am Lauren Harris. I am the new office assistant in the athletic department and super excited to be here and working with everyone.
I'm Bella. I'm one of the DJs here at the radio station, and this is one of my first years here at Lakeland.
Welcome.
And I'm Nathan. I'm a student baseball player here, and I'm also running for advertising director. Vote Nathan.
All right, advertising director of what?
Of the Lake Effect radio station.
Lake
So
Effect radio station.
Upcoming,
All right.
we have our elections for a bunch of different positions. General manager.
You know that's voted amongst ourselves.
Not everyone's here listening.
Everyone's listening. They just may not be
Everyone's
here.
listening,
Come
but
on,
not
now.
everyone
Come on,
can
be
vote.
positive here now. All right, so when is the election?
Jeremiah, when is the exact date?
You want to do it next week, and that people just show up, do the election Tuesday, Wednesday, yeah, next week, and that people just swing past, put that on, and skedaddle.
Outstanding. Do you have a slogan for yourself?
Nope. I'm not a big politician yet.
Okay. As well as an advertising guy, I didn't know if you have a slick slogan or not.
Nope.
You got to the end of the show to come up with something.
I got a
Don't
charming
step in that.
smile.
Don't
That's
step in
all I
that.
have.
charming smile. Okay.
I like that, my idea.
Very good.
He remembers this in
What's
the
that?
dugout and that when I was working the games in baseball. Don't step in that.
Jeremiah,
God!
would just point at the ground, and there'd be nothing there. But I'd always look because I'm gullible.
You're all nuts.
Very nice. Very nice. All right. So we have a lot of people in here today, and this is a sports talk show. So we try to talk about different programs. I mean, I think we'd be appropriate to go into baseball first since it is playoff season, that kind of thing, right? And our Guardians were taken down by the Tigers last night, 2-1, or yesterday afternoon, 2-1. Scooble was unbelievable once again, but this time Detroit played good enough defense to hang on and win. The Guardians, are they in trouble? What do y'all think?
I think we're gonna be fine. Scooble he's a good pitcher, but he's not pitching tonight. That's for sure.
No, but Mize is pitching tonight, and he was dominant last week against the Sox. Just saying.
Well, that's the Sox.
Oh, all right.
I just think that you've been hating on the Guardians, and we're.
I love the Guardians as long as they
playoffs.
don't negatively impact my Sox.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But I'm confident. I think we just have to not lose again. I mean, it's pretty simple
That's
enough.
Well, we would hope.
They lose again, they're out,
It's
so
the
that's
first
pretty
game
well
of this
done.
series, so I mean, we just got done beating up on them for the last half of the season.
All right, they going to score some runs tonight?
Who, Detroit? No.
Are the Guardians going to score some run tonight?
Yes.
My prediction is 3. We're going to
Score 3 runs?
3-0.
That'll be enough? 3-0. Wow, that's quite the pressure there. Now, Lauren's jumping in over here saying yes, yes, yes. So, Lauren, you're a big Guardians fan?
Yeah, I think especially this whole season we've kind of been like underdog mentality. And so I feel like playoff time comes, which a lot of people didn't think we would make it to playoffs. So with us being in there now and like I said, just being the underdogs, I feel like we have a great chance.
I have to admit, I was one of those who did not think they were going to make the playoffs. I mean, they were so far behind in September, but to their credit, they did come back. They played well, and you could actually thank the Red Sox for taking a game from Detroit to the 3 to Detroit to allow you to make the wild card and host, I should say. So, you're welcome. You're welcome for that.
Thank you very much.
Bella, gotta have a thought. Indians, Tribe, Guardians.
I mean, I haven't watched a game in maybe a couple years, so I don't really have much to say about it.
Okay. All right. Do you follow them at all or hear anything? Any of your friends, anybody?
I mean,
anybody?
my dad, he's pretty big on sports, so
Okay.
yeah, I'll hear him maybe yell in a
Especially
different
when
room.
the Browns are playing.
Oh yeah, for sure. When the Browns are playing, all I hear is the Browns suck, and
It should be more like this.
Yeah, I actually was yelling at the television last night too in our game as well, but we can get to that in a little bit. But yeah, so Jeremiah, what do you think? They going to do it? Are Guardians going to win this
Of course
series
I
or
got
what?
hope, man. Of course they do.
No, all right. So we got to lay it out there, right? Should we lay it out? Game 2. Do we want to bet on it or not bet on it or what? What do we want to do here?
Or do we go
Or
through
we want to
other
wait and see
stuff?
what happens to a game 3?
We could always go back to it.
Because the problem is there may not be a game 3. That's why I say that.
Because
Well,
it's
let's,
either that, NFL games, or college football.
Who would you bet on? Would you bet on Detroit?
Detroit, yeah.
You-
I think Detroit's a better
well,
offensive team, and they got the pitching going right now. I think they're there. Now, Detroit, if they're going to blow it, it's because they can't field worth a darn. But that would be their weakness. However, the Tribe gave up 2 unearned run yesterday. They kicked the ball in the outfield, and I don't know what they were doing. But, it happens. It happens. But
There's some experimental practice techniques.
yes, well, the pressure is definitely on the Guardians today from that aspect.
Yeah,
I
I'll
think-
put a bet down with you.
All right. What do we want to do?
Well, last time we did lunch.
Yeah, so one of the things I would suggest, otherwise, 'cause we might have 3 or 4 bets going after today. I don't know how you want to do it, but we could. We're doing it to like a drink for one, the main course for another, a dessert for another. So it's all like one full meal. If we could kind of work, if you want.
Yeah, let's do that.
You
I
know,
like that.
all
I
right.
like that.
You like that idea?
Can
All right.
Can one of you write the bets down?
Yeah. All right. So Lauren's going to put it in. Do we want to bet the series then, or just tonight?
Let's do one on tonight. What other bets did you have in mind?
Well,
Tonight, the
I'm
series?
assuming the Sox and the Yankees, but I don't know if you
And
want
we
to take
can-
the
we can
Yankees
bet on
or
some
not.
of the other MLB games.
For sure.
I'll
For
bet.
sure.
I'll bet. I actually think the Sox. Are
It's
gonna
at
beat
least
the
one good
Yankees.
college game this weekend.
Who's playing this
Who's
weekend?
playing this weekend?
Who's playing this weekend?
So you got Miami,
Miami, Florida
and-
State.
Yeah.
Ooh,
That's
Well, rivals and hated in each
yeah,
other.
yeah.
it's gonna be a good game.
That should be a good game. All right, so you said you want to do tonight's game?
Let's do tonight's game.
Okay, and this will be for just beverage for downstairs. It's a soda or whatever. Breakers on the run is what we try to do.
Love
Keep
breakers.
it clean. Yep. All right, so soda for the first aspect of it,
Bet you a soda.
or
that
or
the
whatever
Guardians,
you drink. All
The
right,
Guardians will beat Detroit tonight.
tonight. All right, so I got Detroit, and you have the Guardians. Jeremiah, you want in on this?
Yeah, sure.
3-way parlay.
And who you taking?
You know I gotta go with the G-men
All right.
So, so just so everyone's clear, that's 2 beverages.
or the T.
That's two
That's
separate.
2 beverages.
That's correct.
This is high stakes gambling.
That's right. Bella, you in on this?
Oh,
You got to come back.
surely.
We have to hunt you down. You got to don't be those people who make the bet that don't show up again. Now,
All right, I
if you
think I
bet,
might
you got to
just stay
be.
out of this
Not
one
be a
'cause I don't know.
I'll stay out of it.
He takes
You're
this
gonna say, Lauren?
seriously.
All right, Lauren's gonna opt out of this one too. She's probably smart. You two are smart of all of us, probably for that aspect. All right, so exciting game, and that game's at 1:00 today. So we'll know by 3:30. We'll know what's going on here. But I do think it'll be a good game. The Tribe have some good pitching going this week as well. So it should be a good match. And honestly, I do hope the Guardians win. I just don't think they will. So that's where I'm at from that perspective. All right. What game you guys want to hit next?
Some other playoffs. I just wanted to mention this one real quick.
Yeah.
Dodgers-Reds game the other day.
10-5 last night.
10-5.
10-5. There was 5 homers by the Dodgers,
Yes,
right?
it was just a bombing pretty much. Blake Snell had a fantastic night. 7 innings, 4 hits, only
Yep.
9 Ks and a single walk. I think that's a pretty impressive outing.
Third best outing of the day yesterday,
Yep.
behind Scooble and Crochet.
And Otani,
I saw his leadoff homer.
you only saw his first one?
Yeah, because I go, oh, that game's going to turn it on, and boom, gone
Gone.
for leadoff home run. I'm like,
He hit
sheepers.
This ball,
He's a stud.
375 feet,
Yeah, he's a
which
stud.
is far. And then he comes back and hits a 2-run shot in the 6th inning that was 454 feet.
He's.
I've never seen a ball go that far,
Yeah.
at least with my own eyes.
Have you ever seen him in live, like in person at
I've
a
not
game?
gotten to.
All right. So have you ever seen Judge, Aaron Judge?
No.
All right. So if you ever had the opportunity to see either one of those two gentlemen on the field, go to a game, if you get down close, you see them on the field compared next to another player.
They like way up
They're
here.
just monsters. I mean, their shoulders are this wide apart. Their heads and
Well,
tails.
Judge is a fridge.
Yeah, he's 6'7", something like that. I mean, it's just unbelievable. Yeah, but those guys are absolute monsters. But Dodgers are tough, and the Dodgers are getting healthy. You know what I mean? Now, Cincinnati, I mean, they lost to get in. I mean, you know what I mean? And well, mind you, the Tribe got in on a hit batter to score the winning. But it all counts,
Well, not
right?
technically, they
did you
sort of
guys-
won it before that, necessarily.
That was the winning run.
They were falling. That last couple innings, they were starting to fall apart.
Yeah.
The Tigers. But I cannot imagine a worse feeling as a pitcher than hitting a batter and ending the game.
Yeah, it's gonna be long off season.
Losing
Long
your
off
spot
season.
in the division.
Yep.
Like that. You saw him like just jump and slam himself into the ground in anger. I mean, it was kind of funny as a Guardians fan, but I couldn't even imagine what he was feeling.
Yes, that's definitely a crazy ending to that season for them for sure. I don't see the Reds competing with the Dodgers. So I don't know that we can bet on that one as a result.
No, you're definitely right
yeah,
there.
They're just going to take them. But do you guys any insight on the Dodgers at all? Reds? Nothing.
No
You gotta
idea.
speak. It's a radio. You gotta talk. Jeremiah, you think
It's
anything
easy
different?
in that, Cincinnati doesn't got money. They're like us. Dodgers got money.
So that is, I mean, the Dodgers, the way their salary structure is set up, I mean, they've got players paid for like years after their career is over. I mean,
Pretty much
it's
one
just-
thing is they don't have as much talent. They got talent
They do.
at
yeah.
easy.
I miss prime Reds baseball with Derek Dietrich. Like, MLB The Show 17. Every single time I would draft a team, I'm getting Derek Dietrich. Like,
Okay.
he was so entertaining to watch with them. I think he played on the Pirates after.
I think you're right. I don't know for sure, but I think you are correct.
Prime Dietrich on the Reds hitting balls to the stars. It was so fun.
But tip your cap, Terry Francona, right? I mean, he came back, got the Reds, navigated him into the playoffs again. So good for them.
'Cause he's just
I mean,
a fantastic manager.
he does a great job.
He just has a baseball brain, like he's one of the greatest of all time.
They might be able to make a run, maybe in two. In that,
I mean, I'd like
really
to see
in
it
the
just for the
playoffs.
sake of Francona.
Wait, you're saying they can make a run when?
Maybe in 2 years, give or take.
I don't think so. And not that they won't make the playoffs.
At least make it in more than a wild card.
Boy, I don't know. Milwaukee's tough in that division.
They have a decent division.
Yeah, but I mean, potentially they could there. But the problem that I see is making the playoffs. It's great, right? I mean, the Red Sox are making the playoffs, but we're not contenders. You know what I'm saying? I don't see the Reds as contenders even in 2 years. I mean, the Dodgers are that stacked. The Braves are going to bounce back from all the injuries they've had. Philadelphia is absolutely stacked. I don't know, maybe, but it's it's that'll be a tall challenge I think for the Reds in the future.
But that makes the most entertaining baseball is the real underdog versus the team that everyone thinks is gonna win. Makes the game. It's just the most romantic game. Seeing something like that.
How about that romantic game?
I've
like
said
it.
this
That's
like
well
3 or 4
stated.
times before, but like ALCS 2016, like that catch on the first base line that Santana made, like I will remember that moment forever.
You don't remember, but when I was a kid, back then they had a playoff system. All right, well, the playoff was if you tied, they had to play each other, right? And at that time, there was only 2 divisions, and so there's only 4 teams. The two divisions would play off, 2 divisions would play off, and then they have a World Series. That was it. So the Red Sox Yankees tied. And I'll never forget the last out of the game, Carly Yastrzemski popped it up. He was a player for the Red Sox, for those who don't know. And he popped it up to third base to end the game, and we lost 5-4. And I still remember that, and I was probably, 8, 9 years old, so that was quite a while ago. But to your point, it sticks in your mind for sure. It's a great game from that aspect. But outstanding.
And it's not just in the pros, like even in Little League, baseball just has a way about it.
I'd agree. A lot of good stuff. Well, let's get on to the other game if we can. Padres, right? Padres lost to the Cubbies 3-1.
Not what I saw coming.
You thought so?
I thought the Padres were going to win. I like
I
the
agree with
Padres.
you. I do too. I agree with you. And their stud pitcher took the loss, which he was with Boston last year. Trying to blank on his name right now. But anyway,
I am too.
yeah. But
It's-
Nick Pivetta, yeah, but he took the loss, and he a very, very good player. But Cubs, I mean, are they for real? I don't know. I don't see it. Again, I don't see them
I
getting
still
past.
hate them for what they did to us. So I hope the Padres give them a what for.
I'm also rooting for the Padres. I just don't think they'll do it. The Padres just haven't been successful. It's in Chicago, so that'll be tough.
And now that they broke the curse, it's going to be hard to stop them again.
I think the next round will be it for them. I really do, because I'm not sure who they're lining up as. I didn't look at theirs that closely.
I think it probably would be the Phillies, right?
I don't know. It'll be on there. It'll be on your ESPN cast. If it's the Phillies are tough, boy.
Oh,
Phillies are tough.
Phillies are
Phillies
good.
are tough.
I feel.
So it would be Dodgers, whoever out of the Dodgers and Reds will go
Has.
Phillies.
So
Then Brewers would be Cubs or Padres.
That's actually the easier route, but the Brewers are a very good
they
team
are,
too.
yeah.
Yeah,
Actually,
that'll be
they
interesting.
are. The Brewers and the Phillies are two of the three teams that the MLB gave an A rating to.
Okay. All right.
Do you know where your Red Sox are?
Probably a C. Yeah, I mean, we listen.
C
Right.
plus.
Yeah, right now we are playing without 3 starters. Right, we're playing without 3 starting position players. We're playing without 3 starting pitchers. You know what I mean? And we've played a good part of our season that way. You know what I mean? So honestly, to make the playoffs, that we had a good season considering everything in my view. And we're young. We are young, which I really like. I'm excited for our future, but from that aspect. But that's all right. We're okay. We're okay. We got a lot of young guys. We're going to be good in the future.
Can you guess where Cleveland got? What Cleveland got?
Let's see.
Oh, yeah, I told him this last week.
You told me?
Yeah,
Oh,
on
I
the soccer
forgot.
game.
I forgot then.
About he was waiting for this moment all along.
when I saw this came out, I wrote it down instantly, and I was like,
I wasn't there.
When we get there on Wednesday, it's the first thing I'm talking
Oh,
about.
so it's got to be a B then.
It's a B plus.
Okay, all right.
We're 1 letter grade above the Red Sox.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Just for this year.
Yeah. Indians have played well in September. I mean, again, is that what it's looking at as September?
Yeah.
Finish out.
It came out. It just came out last week on like Tuesday.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So I mean, you gotta remember what's happened. We've been without cash just a whole year. I'm talking about the Red Sox. Been without cash just a whole year. They lost their 4 and 5 pitchers in August, September. They lost Marcel Mayer August. They lost Roman Anthony, who was probably one of the best players in Major League Baseball at the time. They lost him middle of September. So I mean, the ranking doesn't surprise me if that's what they're looking at. But if you ranked us in August, we'd have been right there. There's no question about it. We were on top. I mean, we were playing well, but injuries are part of the game. You got to recover, and we were deep, but we've lost a lot. We've lost a lot. But I was so happy. So we got to get to the game, I guess, taking the Yankees and the Red Sox, right?
Hopefully, this is the one time I'll root for the Red Sox.
There you
is when
go.
they're
What a
playing
good
the
man.
Yankees,
All right.
'cause
So you're not going to take the Yankees?
I could never take the Yankees.
Okay, I thought that might have been one of our bets there. What about you there, young man?
I don't know. I'm sort of tied. Really, I don't like either one of them.
Well, if you're looking at if you're payroll adverse, then you like the Red Sox and you hate the Yankees, right? Because the Red Sox payroll is middle of the road.
But they're still more than, the Guardians, so necessarily.
Everybody's more into
So-
Guardians. I mean,
That's why it goes to that
The
aspect of I
Guardians
really
is like
hate both
a
of them.
crowdsourced team at this point.
Yeah,
We
it's-
My
crowdfund.
uncensored version is, I hate both of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Red Sox. Just
Okay.
because the Yankees are still a beatable team. Like they lose, they just it's hard to beat them when they got so many big sticks in their lineup
Yeah.
and 1 or 2 base runners turns into a 3-run lead.
well,
very
and that's
quickly.
it. And it's funny is so to give you an idea. So last night in the 8th inning, end of the 8th inning, beginning of the 9th inning, a college roommate, the guy I went to college with, called me. Watching the game. So we watched the last inning together on the phone talking about, and he's a Yankees fan, and we lived together and all. We played baseball together in college, and so of course I'm a Red Sox fan, and I tell you what, talk about yelling when they had 3 singles to start the inning, the Yankees did off of Chapman. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. But then Giancarlo Stanton come up, like, strikeout in the happening right here. And sure enough, he K'd, and then we got out of it. But boy, it was an interesting game. I actually still think the Yankees are going to win the series. I
do?
don't want them to win the series, obviously, but I think they might. Bellows throwing today for the Sox. He's the last month has been a 5, maybe a 6 inning pitcher. You know, and you know, now granted, the Red Sox only threw Chapman last night, so their bullpen is fresh, so that works out great. But if the Yankees get by tonight, I mean, Boston's probably going to throw Connor Early, he was just called up. You know, he's thrown like 15 big league innings in the Red Sox this year.
Trial by fire. Just
Yeah,
throw him
that-
right into the meat
but that's
grinder.
what we got. I mean, our bullpen is made up of 3 guys just like that. You know what I mean? That just got called up because of injuries. You know, Peyton Tolle and Early, and I mean, it's just that'll be tough. It's a tough road, but we're capable. We're capable of beating the Yankees, and anytime the Yankees lose is a good day in my book. So I let's say go Sox. Let's go from there. But any feelings over there? Any Yankee haters, lovers, or anything like that? How do we feel about the Yankees?
I don't really know too much about them, I would say, for me to really choose.
Okay,
But I
they're
think
bad, just so you know.
Yeah, you
They're
shouldn't.
bad.
You shouldn't like that.
Okay, so yeah.
Peer
I'm not
pressure,
sure.
Budge.
I think I'll just stay super neutral.
Okay,
for both.
that's fair enough. Fair
Yeah,
enough.
I'm gonna say the same thing. Just
You've never heard
neutral.
your dad cuss out the Yankees?
No, I haven't.
You couldn't have been
Cubs.
listening to
Is
that.
your dad a Yankees fan or something?
Well,
Wow,
he
I
watches
know,
more
that's-
football, so
Okay, all right,
that's probably why.
all right.
Okay.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, so
So New England. It's sort of near New York.
we want to get into football. Is that what we're saying?
Is it time for football?
Unless you
Well,
got something else you
depends.
want to
How
hit.
do you want to
I know I
start it
fired you up
off?
about those grades, so I'm going to turn it over to you for a minute. What do you got?
Only thing I have left is just a quick coverage of the other playoff games that we went through. Boston winning over the Yankees.
Yep.
The Phillies they're through.
Yeah, they're through.
Who
Yeah.
played the wild? I don't remember the NL wild card slots. It was Padres and
Cubs,
Cubs, and then what was the last one?
Dodgers, and Reds.
Dodgers, Reds. But we already talked about all that. So.
Yeah.
So it's time for football.
All right.
Want to start it off?
You want college or pro? Wait,
Which one?
do either of you follow college or pro at all?
I don't know anything about football.
I
don't
know you're a
much either.
Brownies fan or whatever, based on what you're saying with your dad.
I mean, I don't know like most of it. I don't know.
All right. Well, let's
Okay.
go to pro to start with.
Start with the
Okay.
Browns.
That's the biggest news.
We can start to this of you went to the high of last week of
Super Bowl! Super Browns! Yeah!
yeah. We could go to that thing to pretty much Monday morning.
Here's
of,
Morning, everybody. It's over.
there we go.
Well, we
Official.
kind of knew that. Now they're making a quarterback change. They announced already. So
Flacco's out.
what's
Yeah.
that? Yeah, Flacco's out.
Gabriel's now
yeah,
starting.
Dylan Gabriel's going to start in London this weekend.
Okay.
So that's probably a great place for him because
Still
no
a
one's
Shadur
going to
guy.
see him and no one's going to know anything. So it's all good. So all our fantasy leagues, Dylan Gabriel, he's the guy to hit this week. And if you want to drop off Flacco, that would be the play
Speaking
of the
of,
week.
if anyone still has George Pickens, get rid of him because he's sucking right now, and he's killing me.
I actually won mine last week. I scored like 160 some points and
Damn.
got the win. So
I don't even think I got to 100 last week.
I had a good week. But anyway, yeah, the Browns lost. No surprise there.
All right.
I know he's begging to play his things here, but the quarterback.
I'm
change.
surprised. You should have went this route more.
Unfortunately, that is not correct.
You got to defend him a little bit.
Oh man, they're tough to defend. What do we think though about Dylan, about making a quarterback change now though? I mean, is this the right time to make the change? Is it a good time, bad time? I mean, the season we kind of knew going into the season they weren't going to be competitive. So, what's the good thing about doing it now, or what's the bad thing? What do you guys think? I see some shaking ahead. So, what are we thinking?
I like Flacco. I've always been a Flacco guy when we picked him up, especially because I thought Deshaun was just an absolute waste of everything, time, money, anything.
No, I knew
And-
that
and
way a
Flacco's
while
not, like-
ago.
Say it again.
He's not a bad quarterback. He's just a quarterback.
And he's playing bad right now though.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't
I-
have the most greatest wide receivers either.
Well, that's it. And the line doesn't help. I mean, there's a lot to it. It's more
It
than just
also-
Flacco for sure.
It doesn't help that we are just the Browns. But I'm a Shadur guy. I liked watching him play in the preseason. and I don't know if we're just not certain about him yet, or if there's like a particular reason why they're not putting him in. But I mean, if Dylan Gabriel can put up touchdowns for us and pass the ball well, I mean, if we can win a game that's not like by chance, like an actual win by
Right.
more than a couple touchdowns.
Couple touchdowns. Now you're getting tall, Gary here, man.
That's like a fantasy by more than two.
All right. All right. I actually like this move this week, and I'll tell you why. I think it's a foregone conclusion that they weren't going to be competitive this year. The season was already, there before the season started. I also like Joe Flacco. I think he's a quality pro, and I think he's got some ability. Obviously, they've been struggling. It was obvious that they're out of it already with the way things are going. They are probably going to be a top 2 or 3 or 4 draft next year. So they got to figure out, in my eyes, they got to figure out what they got for quarterbacks. And so, Dylan Gabriel, I think, is first up. I don't think he's going to finish the season. I think Shador is going to get an opportunity as well at some point. But you need games to do that. And so if they waited till they got through this tough stretch, another 2 games, say, because they probably wouldn't want to start him in Pittsburgh and so on and so forth. They waited a couple more games. The amount of opportunity to actually evaluate the 2 quarterbacks, Gabriel and Shador, I think becomes very limited at that point, because I don't think you can also go, all right, you're going to play this week, but then you're going to be out, and let's say Shador start the final. I think you got to literally stay with Gabriel for a month, 4 games, 4 or 5 games, see what you got, and then if he's doing well enough, all right, he's in a spot. But if he's doing very average or below, then you give Shador an opportunity, and then they all got it. Then you should hopefully have a chance to make a decision. Arch Manning's stock has dropped quite a bit, obviously.
I don't even think he was like top 15 in the quarterback rankings.
Right, he's dropped
a lot.
He's dropped a lot. He's had some tough reigns.
And I think that has to do with the amount of hype behind him. Like
Sure.
everyone has expectations for that kid, and he's still young. He's got a lot.
This is the first time he started. I mean, he started games, but he was always the backup. You know what I mean? This is the first time ever starting, and the Manning name and stuff. There's a lot. I think you're right. A lot of
People just
pressure.
need to let him work on his game and stop hounding him so much.
Yep. I actually hope he stays one more year. I think it would be in his best interest to stay another year, at least in college. I don't know if he will, but it's not like money's an issue for the Mannings, so he's not jumping for that.
Yeah.
So I would not be shocked if he stayed another year for a couple of reasons. One is because he's got to get better, but 2, with the way his stock has dropped, he's not going to sign a great contract. He may not be a first rounder. He may be a second rounder, maybe third, the way things are going right now. And I don't think that's something that goes well with the Manning family.
I have a feeling
Grandpa's going to say, you're staying.
something tells me the Browns are going to draft Arch Manning.
Because of the powers of
imagination.
See, he's been waiting for this stuff all day. If you all don't know, you're doing. This is what Jeremiah plugs this stuff in. He leads conversations just to
And
have.
you know
this.
the sad thing is, I had this stuff like plotted out for most of summer before even August
If you
hit.
look at the screen, there is like 12 pages of those.
Right.
I think that's one
Yeah.
of the first things you showed me too.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
when I came
And
in
you
here
have
for
to
the-
admit that update, like
There's a lot.
when it comes down to one thing in Bernie Stinson's world, I would be nailed it. I think I'm nailing it right now, right?
Yeah, I think you got the soundboard nailed.
100%.
Okay.
100%.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I-
So go ahead.
I think there's like most of every TV show or movie in that soundboard, like just through just in clips.
There's definitely a lot in there. Definitely a lot in there. So anyway, that's my rationale for I think why it's a good time to do it. And also being in London, there's no pressure. I mean, you're not in front of an away crowd. You're not in front of
a home.
the home crowd or whatever we have, right? You're literally in another country, and it's just I think it's a good safe place to start for them if there's such a thing. At least that's my opinion. But I think it's a good move for that regard.
But what do you think, Kevin? Will he last the entire season?
Yes, I think he'll last the whole season. I think he'll get let go at the end of the season, but I do think he'll last the entire season. I don't think the Browns typically are of the mindset of firing in the
if we're
middle of the season.
If we didn't get rid of Watson, we're
What
not
have you
getting-
been watching?
Nah, not in season. I'm talking about in season. We don't fire a lot in season.
Romeo Butch.
Yeah, but it
We
was
wanna
also,
go down
it was
this
also well, this has been Kevin's many years in. I don't think so. He's been a coach of the year a couple times with the Browns. I just don't see him doing it in season. I do think he'll be gone at the end of the season, but I don't see it in. At least that's my opinion. I don't know, but
I don't know, fan base, they might do it.
well,
They always
the
chant
fan
for
base are going to
that.
continue to do. I mean, I don't know.
The fan base of the Cleveland Browns is quite an intriguing group of people because they're the only group of sports fans that actively hate the team they love.
It's how we survive, right? That hate.
Like, welcome to isn't Cleveland the city of brotherly love? Is that what it is?
Nothing you gotta love sometime the logic of.
I wumbo, you wumbo, he, she, me, wumbo.
True. The fan base does get that.
Well,
Feel that.
they did draw the Vikings this weekend. Any thoughts on them with the Vikings?
I think it's definitely we have a better chance of beating them than we did the Lions. Lions are a really good team.
Lions are a good
Vikings
team.
they're not a. I don't think they're as good as the Lions are.
Well, I heard the one aspect because I didn't really get to even hear any of it or watch any highlights of. I heard wide receivers really sort of dropped the ball on a lot of stuff this past weekend. But that was sort of the same thing. Was it the week prior or no?
Was that
Or
pun
was that
intentional or
Cincinnati?
not intentional?
Well, sort of not intentionally, but it is very punny.
Wide receivers dropping the ball.
Yeah.
Well done. What a
know,
what a
right?
what a smart. He had no idea. He didn't get that.
A little bit late.
The joke went over his own head.
Oh, that's funny.
I was actually having a serious thought for once.
That's awesome. The only other game that I thought was really worth anything this past weekend was the Chiefs and Ravens. I expected more out of the Ravens. They got beat again pretty handedly.
Speaking of the Chiefs,
Yeah.
I need to see what Kelsey did because he's been holding my fantasy team back.
I think he had a couple receptions, but I don't recall him doing anything special.
I lost. My coworker beat me. His team name is Cup and Chubbs.
Want to do it this way? Breaking news thing?
Breaking news: I lost again. My team name is Ayuk. Kidding me? From Brandon Ayuk.
I'm very original. I'm Team 16. Because when I joined, I was the 16th person to get in there, so they gave me the actual name Team 16, so I just kept it. That's what I did. I never changed it.
That's
so
hilarious.
very original. As some of you may know, I'm the most technical savvy guy that I know, and so as a result, I'm like, all right, how do I change it? It's too much. I'll just keep it as is. I was fine. So
My
it was
first
good.
time doing fantasy, I drafted Brandon Ayuk first round because he was the only player I just recognized right off the bat, which I don't know how there was everyone else available. But he balled out after I traded him. I traded him after 2 weeks, and he went off. And then the next season, I drafted him again. Terrible. So that's where the team name Ayuk Kidding Me came from.
Don't
Very
worry.
good. I like that. That's good. That's
I
good.
didn't even look at Kelsey's stats. I'm too busy talking about Brandon Ayuk.
Nah, it's all good.
While he's doing that, let's get to know our guests a little bit while he's looking that up here. Lauren, going to start with you. All right. So, if you can tell us a little bit about your background, things you're involved with. I know you're big time into coaching and stuff, and why don't you share, because we should probably talk WNBA a little bit before while we got her here. She may have some. Do you have feelings on the WNBA?
Kind of.
All right,
I don't
we'll have to
really
have some
a
thoughts on there,
specific
but
team.
go ahead. Introduce yourself to everyone, and let's go from there.
Okay, I am Lauren. I am a recent graduate as of last December from Penn State. I currently now do a lot of coaching, as Scott just said. I coach at my former high school, which is called Cornerstone Christian. It's about right up the street down the road. I also do a little bit of training and stuff like that from middle schoolers to high schoolers of all ages, boys or girls. And I also now work here at Lakeland under Scott, which has been really great for me. This is something that
I paid her to say that, just so everyone's aware.
She does a good job. She
That's the
helped me
lunch.
the other day.
That's the lunch.
I know I did.
I
Yeah.
was in her office
Oh, so the
yesterday.
betting winnings go to her? Very good.
Well, if I win 2 sodas, yeah, I'll give her one.
So yeah, like I said, just really sports oriented. I do all of my occupations around sports, and I don't know if that's me still holding on to who I used to be or, just me being super good at it. And so, like I said, having the privilege to work under Scott and kind of doing the back end of things, which I've been wanting to do for quite some time. So that's about it for me.
And she coaches basketball. For those who's coaching,
Oh,
just so
yeah.
they all hear it is basketball.
Coach basketball. I'm actually the head coach of our middle school team, and then I'm assistant for varsity at my high school.
So we're gonna have to get your schedule and
Mm-hmm.
definitely come watch a game this year. Watch on the sidelines and see if you get teed up or whatnot on the side and go from there.
Right.
Kind of energy she brings from that aspect. That'd be great.
Do we have to bring signs? Get
Oh,
teed.
we can get some, the fat heads. We can bring fat heads
if,
over.
if we're going,
Oh, we gotta do it right.
I'm getting body paint.
Oh, well,
Best of luck with that, man.
I will not do
Not
body
that far.
paint. Just I'm a 6-year-old dad bod, so I'm not doing body paint.
That is
That's
actually
okay.
prime body painting condition because there's the most surface area.
I think there you go. I think you got to be careful of who you ask about prime there. My wife will probably disagree. But yeah, it's funny. So Bella, why don't you tell us about yourself, what you do and what's going on?
So I'm actually majoring in radiology here.
Okay.
I'm not in the program yet, but I'm getting my prereqs done. I've played many sports. So I played volleyball. I stopped my freshman year because I didn't really like high school volleyball that much. But I went to Lake Catholic. Some fun facts. I've got a one-eyed cat named Louie.
Louis?
Louie.
Born with one eye, or
He was a stray. He did have two eyes, but
Oh, it's a
the
battle
one
scar.
eye, yeah, pretty much. Then I do have a bird too. They weirdly get along, so.
that I don't. That
Talking
doesn't,
bird?
That doesn't make sense.
At all.
Yeah, I know.
Every cartoon I've ever watched has told me that cats and birds don't get along.
Yeah, you would think. That's why I said weirdly, but that's all I got.
You thought about playing volleyball here?
No, I haven't, but I've seen some stuff. I haven't played in a long time, so I'd definitely be a little rusty, but
I think you should try it.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
should.
I mean, there's a player on the baseball team. He hasn't played in a couple of years. He just came back. He's also like the biggest kid on the team. He's like 6'3", just a monster. Can hit the ball a mile. He swings like he started playing in the 40s. Like his swing, it's like a slap. It's not even a swing. It looks like he's playing in black and white.
I don't know how I feel about this comment here or there, but the swings have definitely changed. Back then, if you struck out 200 times in a season, you didn't make it. You weren't brought back. You were literally sent out or let go. And now it's like a point of pride if you don't strike out 200 times. Back then, the averages to be considered good, you needed to hit 300. Now to be good, you got to hit 250. But you're hitting 30 home runs now. Where back then you hit 15. You know what I mean? It's a very different
Yeah,
game.
Older baseball was definitely more small ball, like stringing hits together and putting up runs. Now baseball shifted towards like the awe of a home run or of the big plays. I like small ball. That's the entertaining part to me. When you put two singles together, slap down a sacrifice bunt, do a squeeze to move people over. That's entertaining to me. Don't get me wrong. 450-foot homer,
That's impressive.
still pretty cool.
That's impressive. I know. I will say. I mean, I was more of a gap hitter. Like I'm 5'10", 180 pounds in college as a gap hitter, right? I'll never forget hitting a home run at Cooperstown Doubleday Field.
Oh yeah,
I
that
mean,
must have been cool.
That was awesome because the way Doubleday Field works is all the people who go to the Hall of Fame, the guests and stuff like that, they all come and watch a game being played, right? And the kids are there and all that kind of stuff. And I hit a hanging curveball, never forget it, right center field, and it was great. After the game, they're all coming up to you. They want you to sign everything because they saw you do all that stuff. And it's a lot of fun, man. A lot of fun.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's stuff you don't forget. But you must be like the way the Tigers played. Tigers had 2 sacrifice bunts in yesterday's game, and they've done it 5 times all year. And they had 2 yesterday. So
Did they
interesting.
only beat us like 2-1 or 2-0?
2-1. 2-1 yesterday. Yep.
I didn't get to watch the game.
And one of the runs was scored. The first one was scored on a safety squeeze. So
So it was exactly what I would have wanted to watch.
yes, 100%.
But it happened against my team.
That's right.
Like recently I have not had any time to watch sports. Like over this weekend, I wasn't home, but for maybe 10 hours from Thursday to Sunday.
Busy guy. What are you doing? Something fun or what?
I was working, and that's about it.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Working and sleeping and driving to and from work and sleep.
It's like Sunday. I didn't get to see anything.
Sunday I got off early. I got home at like 5.
Phone repair, placed on a new phone, many other
Oh,
things.
He had
Great
a
times.
fun weekend.
I umpired,
Really
I
expensive.
umpired all weekend, and then I drove to Detroit or to just outside Detroit. Yeah.
On Saturday,
Yeah.
I worked for 15 hours. But my one coworker, the whole day, he was talking about going to Detroit to tailgate for the game. And it was probably like 9 or 10 o'clock at night. And I look at him, I go, Detroit? And he's like,
Where do you work at? What do you do?
I move furniture at Champion Moving
Okay.
in Wickliffe. We just moved from Eastlake.
Okay.
We moved the moving company.
All right. Very cool. Very cool. Awesome. All right. So Lauren is our resident basketball expert, I would say.
Oh, yeah.
So
probably.
without saying that, so Lauren, we're going to go to you here. WNBA, they had a big series that ended last night. The Fever lost. Shake it head. Are you a Fever fan?
I like specific players. I'll say, like, I don't really have one team that I kind of rock with the most, but
Okay.
there are certain people I would like to see win.
Okay.
And I think the Fever, as we all know, Caitlin, I would have loved to see her win. I think she's a great player. She's a great contribution to the league in itself. And she honestly has put women's basketball on such a pedestal that I was super happy for. Because I feel like, we don't get enough shine sometimes.
And she gets a lot of hate for
Oh.
what she does.
No,
Very
by
much
her,
so.
by the league itself, the
everyone.
players in the league, which
Yes.
is
Like all she's ever
unbelievable.
done is
Yeah.
be her best at basketball.
And honestly, the Fever this year, they've had a ton of injuries. A ton of injuries. The fact that they were still made it that far and that competitive in the playoffs, I mean, tip your hat. Good for them. They performed, I think, based on everything that happened to them this year. So congratulations to them. So let's get into the serious topic then, if we can. The big thing is the players' contract that will expire here fairly soon. So are they going to go on strike? Are they going to get locked out, or whatever term is the right term for that? What's going to happen? I know the players are trying to make a big push saying, pay me what I deserve, or was there a big T-shirt logo? But I don't know that they understood that the league's subsidized by the WNBA. It's actually losing money every year. So, I mean, it's kind of a interesting dichotomy, I think. So I'm curious as to your thoughts on just that whole scenario, or what you think could, should, would, or that kind of thing.
In some way, I do agree about kind of getting paid what they deserve. But I think there's also a lot more that goes into that. Like you saying, just given that the whole league in itself loses a lot of money every year. So it obviously will be hard for them to, pay players certain things more than others. And so, for example, Caitlin, right? Well, she has a lot of endorsements, so she's kind of fine when it comes to money. But just like her getting paid from the team, I know a lot of vets probably will have issues with that because she is hot commodity. So her coming in and making way more than someone who's been here for 5 years is going to also bring a lot of problems. So I think the whole pay thing is going to be an ongoing problem, honestly. Even when the WNBA brings in a lot more money, it's still funded towards different things. They can't just give it all to the players. And so, like I said, I feel like they're always going to kind of have a constant battle when it comes to that. But, I mean, the best thing they can do is kind of just see how it plays out. I know a lot of players decide to go overseas, like when they're off season, to kind of help themselves financially and things like that, because sometimes they can get paid more over there. But like I said, I just kind of feel like it's going to be a constant battle, honestly.
All right. What do y'all think?
She said it perfect.
Yeah. To me, it reminds me of a lot of the Olympic team for women's soccer when they were having the issues and saying, "Hey, we deserve more," and all that kind of stuff. And the thing that was brought out at the time is that they signed a contract for different health care benefits. They signed a contract for different things. The women's soccer, the USA women's soccer at the time, and so their perks and benefits were very different than the men's. As a result, the men got paid more money, but they didn't have health care year round. They didn't have the training year round, which the women did have. And so there's other variables to it. And I think you're right. And I agree. It's going to be a long time coming. As much as or as popular as women's basketball has become over the last year, the games that weren't involving the Fever, weren't involving some of those other top players, weren't drawn.
Yeah.
You know what I
It's
mean?
just going to
So-
come down to more people like Caitlin Clark or Paige Beckers just
Yeah.
coming up and being stars.
100%.
And it's only going to increase the more people start slowly watching because of Paige Beckers or Caitlin Clark.
Yep.
It's gonna take time
Yeah.
to fill out the league.
I think these last 2 years, because I was more of like a college fan, I will say, like a lot of the players, South Carolina, for instance, was my favorite college team. And then eventually, you know, they started to get drafted, so everyone went different places and things like that. But I do feel like, and even players like Caitlin, like you're saying, and Paige, it's still going to be a couple years worth of finding those players because they're crazy. Like, I haven't seen anyone like Caitlin, haven't seen anyone like Paige, really. Asia Wilson, if you guys know who that is. Like,
Doesn't she have beef with Caitlin?
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
she
yeah.
does. She does. But
They should be working together.
Well, I do
the
think
greater
that's
good.
that's where
I agree.
that jealousy stuff comes in, and
Yes.
that has to end in my eyes. They got, I mean, be competitive on the court, but they got to support each other publicly. Oh my God,
100%.
it's. I think
Because
that's
gets
it's an
bad.
uphill battle.
yeah.
that
I
they're
think
all
that hurts
fighting.
them. I think that hurts them in negotiations, everything else. I mean, I think it's tough when you don't have that solidarity.
You got to put your pride aside for the
Yep.
greater good of the organization.
what do you guys think about the Cleveland getting a WNBA team? How do you think that'll affect us? Do you think it'll bring in money? Do you think we'll have money to give?
I think it'll be a little bit more traffic now.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Well, with the Browns,
Are they going to
they
get
actually
their own
move
stadium, or are they
out.
going to play at Rocket Mortgage?
I think they're at Rocket Mortgage. I'm pretty sure.
Well, you got to remember, they actually go to Brook Park. The Browns, they have that area that they got to do something.
Hey,
I
aren't
know they
we
were saying
building a
about
new stadium in Brook Park too.
yeah.
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 So if you think of it as
So
they could always build something downtown.
we waste $40 million on Deshaun,
They could go to that.
and now we're
They're-
wasting
they-
who knows how much on a new building.
Yeah.
well, you know why.
The Cleveland. Do you know the name of their team? Is it
Cleveland Rockers.
Rockers? That's
Yeah.
right. They are not building a new stadium for the Rockers. That is.
Well, they could
not
always
hap-
go and do a joint thing in that in between.
I'm just saying it
Cavs
will not
and
be
that.
new.
Yeah.
There's too much money involved, and the league doesn't make enough money to justify that.
Yeah.
It'll take them forever
I
to
think
make
that'd
the
be
money
cool,
back.
though.
I'm like 90% sure that they're playing at Rocket
Rocket Field.
Mortgage.
Yeah, that
like,
makes the
I'm
most
like-
sense.
I'm like pretty sure they
Yeah,
are.
Because they could always do it somewhere down the line with stadium and that.
I'll always
Move the
take another
Cavs
sports
over
team.
there.
but the season. But you got to remember the seasons aren't at the same time.
Yeah.
I know.
So it makes sense to have it at the same place,
Mm-hmm.
the facilities, stuff like that.
That
from
would help with
end.
traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
But
feel
the
like
city would also look cool with another stadium.
It would. I feel like the most, like, we'll just years down the line, if we could, and let's say they took that stadium out, was probably make it like a practice facility.
Have you applied to coach for Cleveland's
For
new
the-
team?
I'm waiting. I'm actually waiting to see like the openings with that.
That would
Because
be pretty cool.
I worked for their Cavs youth sports, you know, like the youth camps that they do,
Yeah.
which is why I knew so much about the Cleveland Rockers in general and how that they would be playing at the Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. And so, yeah, I've kind of just been waiting to hear more about it. In the gym that I train at, Ahmad, you know, the announcer for the Cavs, he just got a membership up there. So I
No
see
way.
him pretty often. Yeah.
You said hi yet?
Yeah, I always say hi. Just try to keep him to remember my face.
'Cause one of these days when they have a slot open,
That's,
You
yeah.
never
then
know. You
You
never,
never
know.
know. Right.
that could be an amazing opportunity.
Yeah,
That's
for
actually
sure.
cool.
But I know it's years down the line, though. So
Well, you never know. My oldest daughter, she played ice hockey. Okay, so the Vegas Knights, my daughter went to grad school down in Savannah, Georgia, and while she was down there, her first year, the Vegas Knights put a minor league hockey team in their town. Okay, the Savannah Ghost Pirates, and so. Because of where she at with her background and stuff, because she had coached before and stuff like that, she actually got a job working for the Ghost Pirates affiliate, if you will, coaching hockey for kids, youth hockey. That's so similar type thing what you're talking about. And from there, I mean, she's come out and now she's in Seattle coaching 18U, not for the Seattle Kraken or anything, but point is she's doing that. And the PWHL, which is the hockey professional league, is they are starting a team in Seattle this year and in Vancouver. And the league that she's coaching in is Seattle and Vancouver. So she's hoping to, as you say, make it. You never know, make it in. You never know what's going to happen. But yeah, the options are there. Getting your name out, and I'm not ready to see you leave already, but I certainly want to wish you luck.
Yeah, that's what I said. A few years out, because I know our team isn't supposed to be here till 2027.
All right.
And so I'm sure they'll probably do job postings the year prior to that. So still plenty of time.
Well, it could be after the first of the year.
Or after, yeah.
All right, you getting ready to head to class. So since we only have a soda there, so we double up here. What I mean by that is soda on tonight's game and a meal on the series. That way we can pay it all off in one shot.
Deal.
So the food is separate and the drink on the series. You good with that?
Wait, hold on.
All right. So if
If we win tonight, I'll get a drink.
then you get a drink, and then if Detroit wins the whole thing, then I get food, no drink, food. But if you win both, if you
I
win,
have to buy you food and a drink for the next show.
yeah, yeah. All right, it's on. Bet is on. There you go.
Don't worry, got it recorded.
And
Oh, I
I'm-
forgot to turn the camera on. Oops.
You owe me and Jeremiah a drink.
Yeah. We got that written down. Yeah, no worries, no worries. That's in. Our young man's off to class here, so
Learn about rocks.
Got to be
Someone's-
studious.
I'll go be rock or learn
We
about
went to our
rocks.
class, which is nice.
that's
Not
awesome.
bad.
Are they all an hour?
Not all classes. It's all different variants.
We have 3 hours.
It's a accounting course, and that I took intro to accounting. That was almost 2 hours, twice a week.
Yeah, my anatomy class is like 2 hours and 2 hours and a half.
So you gotta let us know when the
Good luck.
vote's gonna be. We want to make sure that down there we can support you, put you up, whatever, and then go from there. So all right.
Probably going to do that next week and that.
All right. Sounds good. All right. Have a good day, man. And we'll talk to you soon. Good job. All right. So let's open it up, though. Something we not normally do. Open up to any topic. How about that? Open up to any
Yeah,
topic. Something
sure.
in there. Let's start with Bella. Any topic. Doesn't have to be sports. Any topic you want to chat about, something you're passionate about, anything like that. And by the way, is my thumb look okay? Is your radiologist?
Oh,
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't even
I did
know.
that mistake yesterday.
Wait a minute, how about now?
I was
I have
saying,
a crank in my neck. Don't do that. Okay.
like the best example is doing a dunk tank, possibly a winner. It says, well, you could save them. I didn't realize she wasn't in the program yet.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I'm
that
not
was
even
gonna work.
close. But yeah, I'm obviously very passionate about music. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have signed up for the club.
Okay.
Um,
So music in general, like what's your favorite kind of music? And then of course, very controversial pick for the Super Bowl halftime show now. So what are your thoughts?
who's playing for the halftime?
Is it Bad Bunny?
Bad Bunny?
Bunny, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know who that
I'll be
is.
honest with you, I had never heard of it until it was announced. It's the first I'd ever heard of him.
So I saw one of the picks was supposed to be Metallica and Creed. I don't know if that's true, but I saw it somewhere on Insta. And I am a little mad about that because I love Metallica and Creed.
That
But
would have been interesting, at least.
yeah, it would.
In between knowing both of them and that would
But,
be interesting.
I mean, I don't mind Bad Bunny. I just don't really listen to him.
I don't even know who. I don't even know a song by him.
So, and I'll be honest with you, I don't either. Lauren, do you know him at all?
I know like one song.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Tell you the name of it. But I don't think he's someone that everyone would want to see, if you know what I mean. Like,
Yep.
Even though they
certain
might bring
people-
probably another person or two in,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
still.
Well-
unless it's someone, like I said, someone that everyone would want to see, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, from what I've been reading, and again, I don't know his music, so it's very hard for me to sit here and say. I'm just reading on Instagram, reading some of the stuff they've been talking about it, and it's a very politically diverse of choice. So I actually think that the Super Bowl may experience some negativity as a result, and it could be in sponsors, it could be in ratings support during halftime for sure. I don't know. I think it's going to be interesting to see the way that plays out. I personally despise when politics and sports mix. I want to see the game. That's all. That's all I care about. I don't want to hear anything. The game is all I care about personally. So I'm a little disappointed in if that's what he's really does sing, and which is what it sounds like. That he's very diverse. If that's the case, then I'm personally disappointed. But honestly, I don't really watch halftime much. I could care less. But I just am disappointed that would be a direction they would go if that's the case.
It's a thing saying that was a Jelly Roll might be in there too.
Okay.
But still, even that, it's
And
like
I don't know any Jelly Roll songs.
me either.
at all.
I don't
Like,
either.
at all.
How about you?
Just a couple, because my stepsister does,
Yeah.
but that's the only reason.
I thought last year's show was good though. I thought it was pretty good.
Who was it last year? I don't remember.
Kendrick Lamar.
I didn't
I
really
think-
care for it.
Really, you didn't? I thought it was cool. Well, only because I guess I know him more than Bad Bunny, so like I know more songs that he was singing, so it wasn't that bad.
Because I know, like, the Black Eyed Peas, when they did that, that was such a horrible one, too.
All the more reason. That's the time you get your food. You go do what you got to do, right?
That's what
and
I
ignore
did.
the halftime show.
Yep.
Get yourself a frothy beverage and get you and,
Yeah, the Black Eyed Peas
talk to people.
Yep.
because they had the mic issues that kept cutting out.
Okay, all right.
And they were, that's when you sort of heard, some background lyrics and that, actually playing that. It's like, I also respect that they weren't actually singing live.
Very cool.
This is quite a few years ago.
So, Bella, tell us more about music. What specifically are you interested in with music?
Well, one of my favorites is 90s grunge. I like rock, metal. I pretty much like almost everything. Like, yes, I'm one of those people who says they like everything, but I actually do like everything. Like, I can go from, like, folk to, like, pop or, like, rap, hip-hop.
You like the Barden Bellas?
I don't even know what that is.
Are you
Pitch
kidding me?
Perfect?
Pitch Perfect.
Wait, what is it?
The
Pitch
Barden
Perfect.
Bellas, Pitch Perfect, the movie, Pitch Perfect.
They
the
had
Barden Bellas.
one,
I've
two,
never
and
seen
three.
Pitch Perfect.
Are you kidding me? And you're a music major?
What?
No,
Listen.
she's
Oh my God.
ragtag.
I am a rat.
Yeah, but you want to be music. Come on. Listen,
Watch.
my daughters. I have two daughters. That was in there. I actually say I like this movie. It was a good movie. People
Didn't
make
they
fun of me.
have
It was a
Pitch
good
Perfect?
movie.
Okay,
There's
I
a
thought
good-
so.
Yeah,
I know.
there's three of them.
I've
yeah.
been yelled at that before. You're like, you've never seen Pitch Perfect and you,
You
like
have
music?
to.
Yeah,
But
you-
yes, I.
You have to watch the movie.
I'm actually impressed in that here on Fridays and that her show and that of many things. She knows things I know from, like, even though it's a good age gap in between there and that, especially even today, the CD you pulled out live
Yeah, I love
for
live.
someone. I'm surprised.
So I am not a very knowledgeable music person. All right. When I grew up, we had at our TV we had 3 stations. Okay, there was no cable, right?
Mm-hmm.
The radio at our house was only allowed to have country music because that's where my father would allow, and it didn't change. And so I never heard anything until, because back then you actually got up and you left your house in the morning and you came home at dusk. You know what I mean? And you didn't
You
have
would
to.
know this song.
You didn't have to touch base with your.
As soon as you would hear that song, you would understand. You would
Okay.
know what that is.
Okay, I believe you. I don't know what it is, but I believe you. So my knowledge base is not very strong from that end. But I like music. I just not, I don't know a lot of it. So, but interesting. All right. What else? Anything else?
I can say I've been to tons of concerts. I absolutely love the House of Blues venue. Have you guys been there before? Yeah, that's one of my favorites. I've been to Blossom a lot of times. I don't really like it though because the walk is just ridiculous.
Oh my gosh.
Traffic
Or
sucks
the
too.
traffic. I got the traffic. It
Yep.
sucks. But thank God I haven't had to drive. It's always somebody else driving for me.
Did you
'cause-
come to the Lakeland music series that they had over the summer there? Not this past year.
All Wonderstruck.
Wonderstruck the last
No.
couple years. Oh, okay. There are a lot of
That's been what, 2? I want
2
to
years.
say
That could be 2 years now.
maybe.
A lot of variety of bands that were there and stuff like that. That was fun. I actually went to that
The
a couple
last
times.
one I wasn't really impressed with.
I would agree with that. But
I think the year prior to that, they had like 3 Eye Blind and all that. That was more interesting.
yeah. Okay. Well, very good. So when do you graduate?
Should be a little. It's kind of hard to say because I have to wait till 2027. I'm on more of like on a wait list for the program.
Yep.
So I'm not sure when I'm gonna be able to start yet. And then I have like another year after that for like MRI or CT scans, I think. So it's kind of just out there right now.
All right. So here's what I'm going to tell you then. You have a year, not even, to get yourself in shape to play volleyball because you could play for 2 years and your program would be just starting up.
Yeah.
And seriously, and it could be something that if you really like volleyball, it'd be an opportunity if you do that. And the team's pretty competitive, but they're always looking for players. Competitive, but always looking.
Good to
So
know.
yeah, I would definitely consider it if I was you from that perspective.
Well, I mean, I've been going to the new gym over here. That's new for me. I usually been going to Planet Fitness, but I really like it.
Good.
It's not as overcrowded as Planet Fitness is.
Sure.
For sure.
And
Cheaper.
yeah, that too. That too. I have to actually cancel my membership. I'm
That's
still
what I
paying
did.
for it. But yeah, no, I really like it.
All right.
But yeah, I'll have to think about playing
Yeah,
for
you
volleyball.
should absolutely do that. Absolutely do that. All right, we should talk about Lakeland sports before we head out of here today.
Huh?
So our women's volleyball team actually is at Kent State Tusk today at Tuscarawas. They play at 6 o'clock against Kent
Because
State.
were they leaving today?
I'm sorry?
Were they leaving early this morning?
No, that was soccer.
Uh,
Soccer is at Owens Community College in a 2 p.m. matchup. It got moved up from 3 to 2. So they left about 10:45, 11 o'clock this morning.
yeah, I seen a bus pulling in.
Yeah, that was soccer. So they play today, and then Byron Perez. So we'll shout out to Byron. He was named OCCAC Player of the Week as he scored 2 goals in a 3-0 win over Grand Rapids last week, and another goal against Terra State, the Titans, in a 3-3 tie over the weekend. And for those of you looking to come and check them out, the next home game for soccer is this Saturday as we play St. Clair County Community College in a noon matchup. St. Clair is one of the better teams in the region for the men's side, so this should be a good test for us from that perspective. Our women are on the road for a little while. They are heading to Grand Rapids this weekend as participating in the Raiders tournament. So they got 4 matches against some all non-league opponents from that aspect. So yeah, they're on the road. I think they're back on the 10th of October, if I recall correctly.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but we'll have another show before then, so we can announce it out from that aspect. But yeah, come check out your men's soccer team Saturday at noon. It's a lot of fun. They're pretty good. They really possess the ball well, and they're fun to watch. So
Yeah, I'll be there.
I'm going to be there a little bit late on Saturday. You're working the game?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to be there a little late.
As of
I
like
got
yesterday around noon or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I got to work my other job in the morning, so I won't get there until about 1-ish.
Yeah.
But I'll be there, so it'll be good. It'll be good. So, Lauren, anything you want to chat about? Anything at all?
Nope. I don't think so.
All right. Very good. Bella, is this your first year at Lakeland?
Yes.
All right. So you're true freshman. Did you do CCP at all or anything, or true
Yeah,
freshman?
I did. I did like one random IT class my junior
Okay.
year, so it didn't really count towards anything.
Okay. So
But-
welcome to Lakeland. And how was it as a student? Are you enjoying your time?
Oh yeah, I love it. I love it so far.
What's your favorite thing?
Definitely here. I like this.
Okay.
Very good. And I didn't pay her to say that.
I like my schedule a lot. I get to go home at a decent time, and it's my own thing. It's definitely a different environment than high school.
Sure. What high school did you go to?
Lake Catholic.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
You said that earlier. That's right. Yep. Okay. Very good. Now, Lauren's been here a month. A month now. All right. Lauren, how's things for you? How's Lakeland coming from your perspective? You learning your way around and stuff? What's your
yeah.
thoughts?
I think I can actually get anywhere now without being lost. I will say that. And my time here has actually been really good. Like I talked to Scott a couple of weeks ago about it, just like how warm the welcome has been and how comfortable everyone has made me feel. I think a lot of the times when people start new jobs, you're kind of nervous a little bit. You know how people would really treat you or how they'll react to you and certain things like that. And so for me, stepping into, you know, like a new field of work, I would say just having that
Well, not including
comfortability.
even the first week.
Yeah,
Walking into
to,
it.
to be able to, you know, ask questions and keep asking and having people walk you through certain things. So I just think like the environment itself has been super helpful, and I'm grateful for that.
All right, that's good.
Yeah, you
that's
got the
good.
true, test by fire.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, so it's been good. What about you, Jeremiah? Anything good you want to chat on before we end it for today?
No, got more musicians coming.
Okay.
Lot
Tell us
more
who do you got
people.
coming up
In
soon.
that.
Who's coming up soon? Do you know?
I gotta
And
look
what
at the
events?
email.
There's got to be some events coming on campus here pretty soon, right?
Well, I know student clubs, Cabin LSG, they have the whole decorating a pumpkin contest.
When is that?
That's going to start Tuesday. Everyone can vote amongst
Next week?
that. Yeah.
All right, so next week.
Monday through, I don't know if it's Thursday or Friday.
Okay, so
ends.
how does that work? Do you know? Do
Different
people
clubs, they go paint, carve out all that shenanigans.
Do you have to be a member of a club to do it?
Pretty
All right.
much, yeah.
So can you sign up and become a member just by saying, "Hey, I want to be a member of the club," and sign up at this time?
Yep.
All right. So for anyone interested in doing stuff like that, you can sign up. And Lakeland's got a lot of clubs on campus. Obviously, the radio station being one of them, Lake Effect Radio, and then campus activity board is probably our most active thing that plans events for students from that perspective. Student government, if you're interested in that kind of thing. But there's a lot of clubs on campus, and actually, if you have an interest in something that we don't have a club for, get 10 of your friends, get a member, someone to sponsor you. 10 of your friends happen, and you
And
can
get 10
and you can start a
people.
club. What's that?
You got to get 10 people, too.
10 of your friends, 10
Yeah.
people. Yep. And you can start a club. So definitely, if you have interest on campus, get involved, folks. It's the best way to stay on campus, best way to enjoy your time here. So it's
I
your
didn't
future.
realize
Have
we
fun
had
with it.
4. 4 next week.
For
Groups and that.
what do we got? Let them know so
What
people are aware.
the Sidemen, they'll be here in the studio 6:30 Wednesday.
6:30 Wednesday. Okay.
Johnny Rock Dog, and that'll be noon on Thursday. Prevailing Skill, that'll be at 2. And that,
On Thursday.
yeah, Thursday.
Okay.
So then Friday would be KMB. They're actually out of Toledo.
And that's
I
all
do.
next week.
Yep.
All next week. So what to plug it again next week? Make sure people are aware. Yeah, definitely. And for those who have not been around, sometimes Jeremiah is able to get some of the bands to perform and stuff. Are any of them going to be performing out at all, or are they just going to be in studio?
So the one on Friday, and that's going to be through WebEx. It's a
Okay.
pop group, KMB, and that from Toledo, and that. The Prevailing Scales, that's going to be off a CD, but then the other 2 will be actually live. Johnny Rock Dog, he's a singer-songwriter. The other guys with the Sidemen on Wednesday, that's going to be a full electric set.
All right. Very cool. Very cool. So those of you interested in that, Bella, I expect you to be there with bells on, right, listening to it, and go from there. And
Well, she's going to be part of one of them.
Yeah, Friday, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
all right, that's awesome. That's awesome. All right, with that, we are at our time. So we want to say for what do we call it again? The lake.
The Lake Show,
Lake Show. That's
I
right.
think.
New. Hey, this is new to us. All right. Yes, Lake Show. So you have to get a new intro with that there, Jeremiah. That's my
I know.
expectation for next week. So signing off for the Lake Show, we want to say goodbye to everyone. Thank you, and go Lakers.
And that's all, folks.